In this video, I am going to attempt to do 500 solves at once. The rules of the challenge are simple. 1. Do a combined 500 solves of any of the events, and 2. Once I start solving, there is no getting up to do anything until I do all 500 solves. The first solve was 1327, which is not great compared to my usual low 12s. You might be wondering, why would you do this to yourself? Well, the main reason is that this channel hit 500 subscribers, so I did one solve for each of you as a thanks. The other reason is because FSUbers 4.0 is happening in just over a month. The first average of 5 was a 12.89. I'm rusty, okay? I haven't been practicing that much lately. First average of 12 was 12.87. At 38 solves, I was about to get my first sub 10 solve of the average, but I got a +2, and yes, +2s do count at home. A few solves later, out of frustration, I switched to 2x2, but nothing much happened there. After 2x2, I switched to PRMinx, which is one of the events at FSUbers 4.0, so I had to practice for this one. After only 7 solves, I got my first sub 8 average of 5, and my first average of 12 that was also sub 8. Shortly after that, I decided to switch back to 3x3 to try to get my first sub 10, and I finally did after 55 solves of 3x3. A few solves later, I got another sub 10 single. A few hours in, I ran into a slight problem. My phone, my professional grade camera, was dying and I needed to plug it in, but I couldn't get up to get the charger. So I got my brother to bring my charger and I plugged it in. Then I switched to one-handed. I got my first sub 22 average of 5, and at salt 17 of one-handed, I got my first sub 20 single with a PLO skip, which got me an 18. Eventually, I decided that one-handed will take longer to finish 500 solves, so I switched back to PRMinx, but nothing very interesting happened. A few hours in, I got hungry and I didn't have anything to eat, so I enslaved my brother to make me food. I got a new best single of 9.30. Soon after, I got my first average of 100 of 12.43, which isn't very good, but considering the amount of time I've been practicing 3x3 lately, it's alright. Then I did 4x4 and 2x2 to end off the 500 solves, but nothing very interesting happened in those 2 sessions. Before I show you the final averages, thanks again to everyone who decided to subscribe, and if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe and help us hit 750 subscribers by the end of the year. This took me 5.5 hours. The final average for 3x3 was quite embarrassing at 12.48, and here are the other averages on screen. Thanks for 500 subscribers.